Hey guys, welcome to another video on this channel. This, I know it's hard to tell, is not a devlog as it usually is. I want to talk to you today about the whole Unity issue and its consequences for my little solo project here. But first, a bit about me and my background with Unity. I've been using the Unity game engine for 6 years now, and I haven't released a decent game yet. At most smaller mobile games, but I always had the dream to develop and publish games. And if a handful of people have played it, that's enough for me. Because I love to share my art. Even if you can't really see my games as art, but that's how it is. And now I made the decision to program a bigger game on my own and share the development process with you on YouTube. And then Unity's new pricing model is introduced, and that very dream, not only of my own, but that of tens of thousands of indie developers, is crushed. Of course, it's not all about the money, but let's just do the fictional math on the new pricing model in a mobile game I did some time ago. Since I'm of course not broke as fuck, but a super multi-talented developer, I either do everything myself, including sounds, modeling, sprite drawings and UI decisions and stuff like that, or use completely free asset packs, which is what is happening in most cases. So I'm planning with zero expenses, a pretty conservative assumption. I'm offering my mobile game for free and want to finance it with ads alone. Of course, I could add an in-game shop, but we all hate in-game shops, don't we? So ads will have to do. The average revenue per user was at 25 cents on a popular game with an in-game shop called Among Us. So if we do the math there, we would need to have 800,000 downloads to hit the 200 grand threshold. In this scenario, because I'm a great marketing expert, the game will hit about 800,000 downloads tomorrow evening. Easy. This is a huge amount of downloads, and luckily all my 800,000 customers are honest and only install the game once. I wonder what would happen if my game was installed more than once, or if someone doesn't like me very much and installs the game like 10 times or something like that. Anyway, I'm qualified for the new pricing model now with 800,000 downloads, which is more than 200,000, and a revenue in the past 12 months of $200,000. Hooray! But before Unity gets a shitload of the revenue I earned, the App Store's getting 30%, making it a real revenue of $140,000. But do not forget, you will be rewarded for making a successful game which has been downloaded 800,000 times. And this reward is called Unity Runtime Fee. Now fuck you and pay $160,000. That's right. We would make a quite popular mobile game, but went bankrupt with this new pricing model. What could I do to pay the remaining 20k? Create an in-game shop and scare away players? Make it pay to win to scare away players more and hope to get some whales? Remove the app from stores and stop development on the game? You see, this is a complete fictional scenario, but to be honest, is it that far away from reality? Developers around the world try to make a living out of game development because they enjoy making people happy with their games. Should we all be capitalists like EA? Should we all fuck things up just to pay the engine and ruin the indie game studios? But it's not about the money at all. Of course, having debts just because you developed a successful game is a stupid idea. But even worse is the trust that Unity has abused in the recent years and has destroyed with this move. What about Unity secretly updated the terms of service, including the new price model, charging 20 cents per installation of the game development with the Unity engine? What about the no communication policy with the indie developers or studios? What about the precise FAQ? It's super inaccurate and was the source of many more questions like what counts as an install, how to handle reinstalls, how do they count installs on different devices, what about the install of pirated games, what about the Unity CEO John Riccitiello, who called some of the developers using the Unity engine some of the biggest fucking idiots, what about buying Iron Source and pretends it was the best idea, what about paying over 150 million of compensation to their 5 executives. The list is getting longer and longer. But what bothers me the most is the uncertainty. If I want to finish this project, which I accompany with these devlogs in maybe 2 years, who gives me the security that the conditions apply with which I started? Who gives me the security that I don't have to give like 70% of its revenue to Unity or commit to sacrifice a pig's blood beforehand to trigger a holy Unity ritual? Unity has gone from an engine that was meant by developers for developers to a for-profit corporation that doesn't give a shit about developers. An engine that was designed to fulfill every developer's dream and get involved if successful. Now it's just a pain, an uncertainty, a burden. Since I have very little time, but want to finish the game before the end of my lifetime, I will finish programming the game in Unity. But I've now already bought the first Godot course on Udemy, the sponsor of today's. I'm going to start familiarizing myself with the Godot engine and learning it. When I feel very confident in it and my game is not finished yet, I will port it to Godot, so this engine will now become my new one. But the way Unity has been going for the last few years, I honestly don't see a future with it. That's not my final word. I want to see what a possible statement from Unity looks like and want to see how the situation develops. I give the engine some more time, like I said, until the game I'm working on is finished and stuff like that. I mean, things can really still change, but as of now, it looks really bad. I hope you can understand this. I hope we see us in the next video with a better mood. Curious to see how the drama around this engine continues. Yeah, but I think we will see that. So, have a good one and see you in the next video.